Okay, this should be just a simple matter of, I'm in an elevation camera. I'm going to click on the wall polyline, which selects it, and you see it has move handles. I'm just going to move it over and fill in the gap. Let's see what happens. Okay, that filled in the wall. Of course, I found that these moldings are sometimes a little more problematic, but we'll just click on that one and drag it over. Software is just telling me I'm doing what I'm doing, so let it go through okay. Now, the moldings are going to be a little more complicated. You have to make sure that the molding layer is unlocked. So I'm going to go over to moldings. It's on and it's not locked. Okay. So then I should be able to just zoom in and extend that molding line. There we go. There it is. We'll drag this end down. I'm going to use the control key because it's trying to snap off angle. Okay. That didn't go well. Okay, I'm going to hit Control Z and undo that. It shot way off to the left. So let that undo. I'll do it a little more carefully next time. Molding polylines are a little twitchy. Okay, now we're back to where we were. Let's take a look at this molding polyline. Well, it didn't zoom in. There we go. Okay, you see there's that's the molding polyline, and then here's this little perpendicular coming off of it. So I'm going to zoom in. And just extend that. And that'll extend the molding. And it won't fly off into the universe and so forth. I don't know why this works. I just know that it works. But if you if you move that perpendicular, then the molding polyline tends to fly off into space at odd angles and fantastic distances and so forth. So it's good to zoom in and find that move handle so that it stays on line. Okay, that's fixed. And then the same thing over on the other side. Again, I'm going to zoom in so I can move that perpendicular. No, that's not the right. I have to move, get in close. There, that's the one I want, and that'll extend the line. Now this is going to be a little bit different. If you don't like this, that's tough. This is just the way molding polylines are. Like it or not. There, I got it. We're going to extend this one up past. And then use the break line tool and break it up here. Put an additional break out. I'm not sure that that broke. It did not break. Okay, it's not breaking. Let's try this. I'm going to extend that down and then open this line entities dialog. Yeah, and let's turn the freeze on that selected edge. See what happens. Okay. I don't work with molding polylines a lot, but when I do it very carefully because they're just kind of twitchy. Now this one needs to come down a little bit more. I can see that it's not geometric. There, that's better. And if you don't like doing this, you might go up to 3D 3D view defaults. I'm sorry, I'm clearing my throat all the time, but I just have to, and turn off auto rebuild walls, floors, and ceilings, and that might keep it from happening again. But by the same token, if you delete something or move something, it's not going to automatically go back into place. Let's just do an overview camera and see if there's anything left to fix. That was the main thing you were complaining of. Let's see what the rest of it looks like. Well, it's taking an unusually long time to parse, isn't it? Well, I guess it is what it is. That's still going. My goodness, this model must have a number of errors in it to be this slow putting itself together. That's just an opinion. It's not a fact, but this is taking an unusually long time, and that usually indicates that there's other problems with the model. Not being critical, it's just a fact. When the model's well put together, it usually renders faster. Or perhaps you put some things in it that are slowing things down. I don't know. Goodness gracious. Now the file was just under 10 megabytes. And I don't know what that adds up into 3D faces, but it takes as long as it takes. My goodness. Well, maybe your computer's faster than mine. I hope so. I need to go, I could go take a nap while this is occurring. There we go. Finally. Yeah, you got some issues with the terrain, looks like. Not real bad. Okay, the rest of the model looks pretty good except for the terrain. Let's see what's going on with the terrain. Open the dialog box for that. How about we flatten the pad to see what that does? That helped a little bit. That helped a little bit. Okay. This tutorial wasn't about terrain, but what the hell. I'm going to go Control Tab back to Plan. And let's turn on terrain stuff. Terrain, perimeter, elevation data. Okay. Let's see, that looks like I can't select that. Are they locked or something? They're locked. Usually when you see people locking layers like that, they're terrified of terrain, which I understand. Let's see. Usually you want it kind of flat where the house is. But you've got some contours going through the house, and that's This contour here is what's causing the problem. Let's see what that value is. It's minus 322, minus 322 feet. What's this one? 312 feet. Okay. What I would recommend is I'm going to replace that. We'll break it up. I'm going to go to elevation data and elevation splines, and I'm going to draw a spline over that one and a spline over this one. And this one, excuse me, and this one we'll set to, what was that, minus 312. Minus 312. Set that at minus 312 feet. And then this, yeah, okay, that's probably why it took so long to parse. Okay, now this one here, I'm going to delete it. Excuse me. And now this one, minus 302. Okay, I'm going to replace that one. Just go up to the house and then off like that. Close enough. And this one's, remind myself, minus 302. Okay, I'm going to delete that. Set this into minus 302. Oops. I need to extend one over here. I thought I had one there, but I don't see it. It was right about there. What's that? That must be the camera. Okay, that's a camera icon thing. I'm going to move that away from the house a little bit. And move this one away from the house a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go up to terrain and get a elevation region. You don't want to cross an elevation. I'm going to move these out of the way a little bit. I don't want this interfering with this. Okay, now this one's minus 322. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to guess it. Put this at minus 322 feet. Let's see what it does. And interior is flat. Let's see what that does. I've still got the camera open, so, well, okay, that didn't work very good. Good Lord. What's going on? What is this thing here? Flat region. Oh, okay. And it's set to what? I don't see the input box. Okay. When you can't have a flat region going across other modulating factors, that's the reason I was moving these others, because I let me get rid of this, because I can't even tell what value it's set to. I'm going to extend this flat region over here, and like this datum here, I'm going to pull it away from the flat region. Okay. You can have it come close, but you can't have it go over it. So let's see, this one's minus 322, minus 328. Okay. So if you've got a flat region here, you can't have these modulating factors going across a flat region. Excuse me, it defeats the purpose. What are those? Flat region. Okay, that's crazy. get rid of those. Those are just argumentative factors. Okay, I'm going to delete that. Okay, let's just take a look now. Were those... Okay, it's still goofy. So the flat region's set way down here and everything else is set way up there. So that's probably what's going on. I set this at minus... Oh, I see, look at there. I thought I set it at minus 320. Let's try that again. No, it's still goofy. Tell you what, let's turn rebuild. Yeah, we'll turn that back on. I think terrain auto rebuild is on. Yeah, it is. Yeah, obviously there's some elevation data in here that's in big argument with everything else. I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. I think that's the it's terrain perimeter. Oh yeah, we got that locked. I don't want that locked. Okay. Yeah, there's the terrain. Minus 328. Minus 322. Look at that. I didn't want up the value as minus 322 feet. Oh, look at that, it's changing. Maybe it's changed it in inches. Okay, that's inches. Let's see, I want to change this to pad elevation. Well, that's some crazy figures there. How did you ever come up with that figure? I don't know. So that one's, oh, okay. That's in inches. It was in feet when I started. All right. See what that says. 296, is that inches? I think that's inches. Ah, okay. 296. Well, none of these values are all jumbled up. Well, I'm sorry I've made a mess of this, and I don't know what the original values were. They look like they're way off. Yeah, they're certainly way off now. So I got this set at okay, minus 322. It's 328. Okay, that's crazy. It's 322. This ought to be slightly lower. These two here. I'm just going to play this by okay, minus 290. See what this is. I'll make this a little bit higher. That's 296. We'll make this minus 300. Next gradient up, changed. They're different then. Uh-huh. Minus 312. Got this at flat region at, no, that's not going to work. I think I had it at minus 322, or intended it to be. Okay, let's just try that. See what that looks like. I guess I lost my camera. Yeah, it looks better. Got some Z fighting going on. Okay. Now that guy right there, that's caused by this coming close to that flat region. I know you intended this to be flat across here, so I'm going to complete that up. And I'm beginning, and that's what you had originally, kind of. But this value here, I'm going to break it up. That's minus 322, so of course that's what this flat region is, so they shouldn't really be an argument. This one I might need to change because it's probably a different value. Yeah, minus 328. So I'm going to move this one. I'm just going to get rid of the brakes so it's not breaking across my driveway, or my flat region, put it that way. There, just get it out of there. And then on the other side, yeah, we'll put that back. And we'll set this into minus 328. Let's see what that did to that terrain. Okay. Then I need to get rid of this. I'm just going to delete it. That was the same value as this flat region. Let's see what that did. Nothing. Terrain, fill terrain. There must be something here causing that, because that's stubbornly staying in place. Let's turn the contours on. Okay, there's a hole here. What's causing that hole? Turn that off. Okay. I need to go to the all onset. See if there's some modulating data there that I just can't see. There's the edge of the plant region. I'm just going to move this over a little bit. I don't really see anything. That made it get worse. Well, what I recommend on terrain is you make a change and then see what that change did. And that problem is occurring right there. And see right there? There's something there causing that. I'm going to go to the all offset. And just turn on elevation data. Terrain elevation data. Ah, there it is. I knew there was something there. Yeah. See, that value's screwing things up. We'll get rid of that and go back to the camera, and I bet that now is solved. Yeah, okay. See, when you're trying to run down things acting strangely, there's some datum there that you're not visually aware of, or are not aware of, that's there causing, being a cause, and you just have to find it. Now this terrain may be all screwy now, but the main thing to understand about what I did, you've got the actual values. Let's go back to the default set. And 1/4" scale annotations. Okay, all I did was factor terrain data that could argue with, I wanted this area flat just because I decided it should be flat. So you can drive up to the house and you can walk around the house and not fall off. And any modulating data then needs to be slightly outside of the flat area. So if I move this over, and you'd want to move this back. So you would come in here with a bulldozer and make this all flat, build your house on it, and then the rest of the terrain kind of stays where it was. So I broke it up where I wanted it flat. Otherwise you have datums and argument. We had a little leftover piece here that didn't make any sense. It was a different value from everything else. It was causing it to look funny. So sorry, this terrain is kind of a headache, and you just have to do whatever you need to do to straighten it out. And I hope you find this useful. I always consider this kind of stuff fun. So thanks for creating some fun for me.